The Manticore X was 100% designed with modularity in mind and has taken the Ruger 1022 world by storm. I think it's about time we add another feature that can be adapted to any Manticore X build to customize it even further. Let's dive in. Hi, I'm Luke. Welcome to another Tandemkross video. Today I want to talk about the new buffer tube adapter from Tandemkross and rim edge for the Manticore X. If you're not familiar with the Manticore X, it's an extremely modular lower for the Ruger 1022 that eliminates the need for a chassis or a stock system while giving you an incredible trigger pull, reduced overall weight, and extremely easy disassembly, all in one package. Initially designed to accept our own folding stock as well as others, Tandemkross took it one step further and now offers a buffer tube mount. This allows you to mount virtually any mil-spec buffer tube and compatible stock in either the angled, as I have here, or the straight configuration based on your preferences and factors like if you're using iron sights or you have an optic on a riser. The buffer tube adapter still allows for sling mounting and can be installed in just a few minutes. I'll actually kick it over to Tyler so he can show you how you can install a mil-spec buffer tube to your Manticore X with a single screw in either the straight or angled, like I have here, configuration. Let's do it.
Welcome to the installation portion. Today we will be installing the buffer tube mount for Manticore X. This is the part that you'll receive. As far as additional hardware, you will need, of course, your Manticore X lower and the included sling QD swivel component and mounting screw. Additionally, you will need to supply a mil-spec style AR-15 carbine buffer tube and castle nut. And then onto your buffer tube, you will need to supply a buttstock or pistol brace to suit your preferences. In terms of additional tools, you will need just a few items: a castle nut wrench, a small one like this or a full size would be fine, a 3/16 Allen, such as the one that is provided with the Manticore X Pro bundle, and then some medium strength thread locker. First, we will go over configurations for the buffer tube mount. So just like the Picatinny component, this adapter can be installed in either the angled orientation or the straight orientation. You can select between the two by rotating the buffer tube adapter 180 degrees, where it attaches to the rear of the Manticore X. Likewise, the QD swivel can be installed so that the sling mount is on the right side, or if you flip it over, so that it's on the left side. I'll go ahead and install it with the QD on the right side in the straight configuration in this setup. To do so, I will grab the mounting screw, insert that into the hole in the buffer tube mount. Onto that, I will slide the QD mount and then line that up with the rear of the Manticore X. Make sure that I have everything set up the way I want, which I do. And I will proceed to tighten the screw into place with the 3/16 Allen, making sure to get this nice and snug. Now we can go over configuring the buffer tube for mounting into the rear of the Manticore X. At this point, you will need your buffer tube and the castle nut. We'll take our castle nut and locate the front and back. You'll see on a mil-spec castle nut that one of the forward faces has small notches and then the other side has deep notches. The face with the deep notches will face towards the rear of the buffer tube and the small notches will face forward. We'll go ahead and spin the castle nut all the way down. Now we can install the buffer tube and castle nut onto the Manticore X. For this, we would recommend applying some medium strength thread locker to the threads on the inside of the buffer tube mount, and then more thread locker on the exterior threads of the buffer tube, and then any excess we can clean off when we're done. First, we will thread the buffer tube in and tighten until it stops. Here you'll see that it has stopped, but the rib on the buffer tube is not on the bottom. That is completely okay. We will now back the buffer tube off until the rib on the buffer tube is facing downward. This is important to ensure that the stock or brace that you're using is not canted off to one side. Now we can take our castle nut and thread this down against this rear face of the buffer tube mount. Get that snug, keep everything in place, and then we can secure this entire assembly with our castle nut tool, making sure to hold this rib sturdy. If you have access to something like a vise, that would be helpful, although it is not strictly required. Having applied thread locker to the threads on the buffer tube, as well as to the threads on the inside of the mount, and tightening the castle nut nice and tight up against that face of the mount, that will hold this entire assembly from vibrating loose. And we want to make sure to give thread locker about 24 hours to cure. At this point, if you have any exposed thread locker, any excess on the threads back here, or any that kind of mushed up onto the buffer tube mount, you can go ahead and take a little bit of alcohol or acetone on a rag and just give that a nice wipe down. Once this has set up, you can go ahead and mount your stock or brace of choice, following the manufacturer's instructions for your particular stock. This one will take the slider catch, pull it all the way down, and then slide the stock onto the buffer tube. And there we have it. The stock has been installed with use of the buffer tube adapter for Manticore X. Thank you so much for watching. Back to Luke.
Thank you so much for watching our video on the buffer tube adapter for Manticore X. If you have any questions about this product or any of our products, please let me know in the comment section below. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Make sure you smash that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you next time.
Be sure to like and subscribe for more Tandemkross content, and ask any questions you may have in the comment section below. Be sure to check out our other social media platforms and our website. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.